Hello, I know it's been years at this point since I last made a video, but there is a relatively new Dir En Grey song out. They are my favorite band of all time. This is a song that I've heard before, but I wanted to do a little reaction of like a live video of it and kind of give my thoughts on the song, the band's like current trajectory and what they're doing, and what I see happening for the future of the band. All, like the basics, whatever. This is The Devil in Me from the androgynous The Final War from November 11th, 2024. Okay, so first off, I really love Kyo's look in this, like the recent tour and like what he's got going on right now. His hair is nuts, and like the red outfit and the red hair, it just looks really cool. And like a lot of like the makeup stuff that he's been doing. So like right off the bat here, this is not really what I expected from the band. They have been on this sort of revival sound lately. Like you look at The Insulated World, which is an album that I didn't really like at first. It's sort of calling back to older albums and like mashing their sound together and everything that they've done into like one thing. And to me, coming off of something like Arc, it feels like the band took a step back creatively. So it took me a while for that album to really kind of mesh with me. Now I love it after watching like a lot of live videos and sort of having time to listen to the album a lot more. But I will say that it's been a bit of a grower, which is how I feel about Polaris and this single as well. This single, like right off the bat, starting off here, reminds me a lot of their Vulgar era, and even more so Withering to Death. They're kind of calling back to the new metal and alternative metal side of their sound that they did way back in the 2000s. There are definitely elements of that on The Insulated World and on Polaris, but more so with this song. This sounds like it could have been on one of those albums. His vocals too, which are phenomenal. He's not doing, more of like the deathcore, death metal sound. He's going for more of this like gravelly barking that reminds me of a lot of their older stuff, which I like, because his newer project, Petit Brabancon, is something that I really enjoy. It's actually one of my favorite projects of his outside of Dir En Grey. And I really love this like pink aesthetic they have for this song. It's like very simple musically. It's all about that groove, which is really fun. I love this like garment that he has going on. And while I feel like this song is kind of missing like a big hook, that's like the main thing that made it hard to get into this for a while. I love these like little bridges. And the way this builds up, like, it's really good. After you've listened to it a ton of times, yeah, no, he's still fucking got it. The guy's like 50 and he's still got it. I could definitely do without the AI visuals, but like, whatever. Love that little guitar lick. It's such a catchy little thing to toss in there. That's so fun. I love when he does like weird shit like that with his vocals. And this kind of ambient guitar build. Very like the last decade of this band has been very, very much like this. So it's not entirely old stuff, but or like super old stuff. I'm not sure what exactly the John Wayne Gacy connection is because I've read the English translation of the lyrics. It seems very kind of vague. Yeah, so like even though the band is clearly going back in their sound, they still have so much energy, and the playing and the writing is very tight. I think this song is a bit of a strange single because you look back at Phalaris with like Oboro and the other single that they have for that album, I don't remember what it was called. They had like these big massive choruses and it was like very, very catchy. I think a bit derivative, and it sounds a lot like other things that they've done, but those songs came out swinging, and this one feels very like it's all about the groove, it's all about this build up, and it doesn't really explode in the way that you would want, but it makes me excited to see what they're going to do next. I will say that I'm not huge into the production on this single. Same with their last two albums. I feel like their production has taken a nosedive. Like they released their best produced album, like the cleanest, most crisp, incredible sounding thing, and then they went into the Insulated World and it kind of sounds like shit. Phalaris is a little bit better, but I still have a lot of problems with it. And then you listen to Keo's other project, Petit Brabancon, and it's like the production on that is perfect for that kind of music, which is similar to what this is. So I really do wish that they could kind of get their shit together in that department again. Because if this had been produced like any of the Petit Brabancon stuff, it would sound amazing. But it is what it is, I guess. There is like a fan remaster of the Insulated World that came out that sounds really good. So I don't know. Hopefully the album that they're going to release after this sounds a lot better. I'm assuming that they're going to be having like another single come out relatively soon because it's been almost a year since this one came out. And I like the sort of remakes of what was it, Cage and Yokon. Both of those sound really good. They sound pretty much exactly like the original songs, but it's nice to hear them go back and kind of like update and modernize it a little bit. I definitely prefer the originals just because they are what they are, but these recent remakes that they've been doing they're pretty good. I can't complain about this single. I would give it like an 8 out of 10. This live performance is really good. Would love to see them. They're coming to the US in April, and I'm thinking about going, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it. So one can hope, though.